Brijesh Mishra. I'm not sure if you've heard about this person. Actually, he's quite famous now, all over the news, all over the internet. Well, he apparently came to Canada. I'm not sure what he was thinking. Arrested and then charged by CBSA. If you do not know Brijesh Mishra, this individual is responsible or is said to be responsible for hundreds of international students in Canada who are now facing deportation because of the fake college acceptance letters and the scam around it. So this individual is the one who has been indicated as the person responsible to issue all those hundreds of students with the fake acceptance letters from the colleges in Canada, and then partake in this scam, which has now put hundreds of students in line for deportation from Canada, obviously, ruining their future and lives. It was said earlier, a few weeks back, I don't remember exactly when that was because I was trying to look for it, couldn't find that link at this point of time, but I'll definitely find it and then obviously post it whenever I can, that the government was trying to bring Brijesh Mishra into Canada so that he could appear in front of the federal court and therefore help the acquittal of all these international students who were then being charged. At this point of time, a task force has been formed between CBSA and IRCC so that they could take individual cases of international students, investigate it, and then make a judgment call and a ruling as to whether the international student was aware, is innocent, was a victim of fraud, or was actually a complicit in the fraud. Accordingly, a final decision would be taken as to whether they would get to stay in Canada or they would have to leave. For the people who would be considered as innocent, as being victims of this fraud, they would be then issued a TRP, temporary resident permit, and also be given a work permit for up to 3 years, which would then help them settle down in Canada in the long run. But some people asked for the official source. So, you know me, right? I mean, official source is the most important thing that we talk about. So this is the official source. This is the IRCC website. This is the CBSA website. As you can see, CBSA investigation leads to criminal charges for the immigration offenses, including fraudulent letters for the Canadian post-secondary institutions. Now, this was the press release from CBSA, which very clearly indicates that following information provided to CBSA concerning Mishra's status in Canada, as well as his alleged involvement, he has been charged. And CBSA announced today that charges have been laid against Brijesh Mishra, citizen of India, for immigration-related offenses. Obviously, these are all considered as criminal activities, and he would have to face the law. There are a lot of funny comments that we have been seeing on Twitter, where I posted this last night, as well as on Instagram. There's this quote, right? Hindi में बोलते हैं कि जब गीदड़ की मौत आती है तो शहर की तरफ भागता है, तो ये तो कनाडा की तरफ भागे. And then there are those other funnier ones which say that the Canadian jails are better than the Indian jails, kind of a situation. But I personally have a feeling that there is more to this story than that meets the eye. Why would Brijesh Mishra, knowing very well that he is a person of interest in investigations in Canada, why would he come to Canada? And how did he even leave India? I mean, there was probably a lookout notice for him at the Indian airports. He was obviously in custody in India at some point of time. How did he get out of the custody? How come there is no news about him getting out of custody? How is there no news of him actually being released by the authorities in India? And then he hops onto a flight and, of all the places in the world, chooses to come to Canada. That sounds a bit off, don't you think? I mean, at least it's been ringing a lot of bells in my head as to this doesn't sound right. There is something more to this whole story that we are very common people, mere mortals. We are, we don't obviously know what exactly is going on. But at this point of time, this is the hot news which happened just last evening. This press release, as I just showed you, was at 4:30 in the evening. By the time we all got to know about it, it was quite late in the evening. But this is a big relief for the international students who would now have a great opportunity to put Brijesh Mishra on stand and then be able to prove their innocence, which can then help them continue with their lives in Canada, which has been so severely disrupted. Please, by all means, do follow us on Instagram as well. We are posting some really hot content, so it's good to see those numbers going up. By all means, please do subscribe to the channel. Like, share, subscribe, as they say. Share with people who you think might find it of use to you. Use for them as well. And of course, if you wish to book an appointment, then that is the link. By all means, we can always discuss your application, your queries, your concerns, one-on-one. Thank you so much for joining in. I shall take your leave. You stay safe, take care, and I shall see you next time. Bye.